Dune was directed by Denis Villeneuve and is part one of a two-part live-action adaptation of a science fiction novel written by Frank Herbert. This is the story of a young, gifted man whose family must oversee the protection of the most valuable resource in the universe. Before I continue, a large majority of people who watch these videos are not subscribed, and if you are in that majority, which I assume you are, please subscribe. Also, please drop a like down below. It only takes a second and it makes a massive difference. Denis Villeneuve is probably one of the 3 best directors working today. His film Blade Runner 2049 is one of my favorite science fiction movies of all time, and it was my film of the year in 2017. He is genuinely a master at his craft. The way I would describe his work is like watching an artist's paintbrush smoothly glide across a canvas. Each shot mesmerizing and filled with emotion, even if there isn't any dialogue. As the title of this video says, Dune is a very special movie-going experience for many reasons. I've always wanted to see a director like Villeneuve take on something that feels as big as a blockbuster, and I'm happy to say, this is it. The scale of this movie is just begging to be seen on the silver screen. It's one of those times where I got taken out of the movie for a second because I was so appreciative and in awe of what I was seeing and hearing. But it's not just big and awe-inspiring on a technical level. It of course has the substance of an art house film. There's metaphor and symbolism all throughout. And just a heads up, I'm not going to talk about any story or character specifics. I went into this movie completely blind. I haven't read the book, and I think it made for an even more interesting experience. So if you're like me, I'm not going to give anything away to you. But what I will say, from what I understand, is it's only half of the story of the book. Don't go into this movie expecting for everything to be wrapped up with a bow at the end. The opening title card actually says Dune Part 1. The entire 2-hour and 30-minute runtime feel like the beginning to an epic tale, and to me, that is so cool to see someone try. We almost never see something like that, especially with as much skill, attention to detail, and money put into it. Now, of course, I do understand that some people may not be into the fact that they aren't watching a fully finished product, but I have a question for that type of person. What if this was a limited series and this ended with the mid-season finale? I wonder if thinking of it in that way would help. But to me, I like that it's only half of the story. It's different, new, exciting, and bold. And that's the type of stuff I'm always asking to see from modern cinema. This was my most anticipated movie of 2021 due to Villeneuve, as well as the absolutely stellar cast. But I'd like to give praise to 2 cast members in particular. The first is Jason Momoa, who plays Duncan, a friend of the main protagonist. I really enjoyed seeing Momoa branch out and do a movie like this. I'd love to see him in more dramatic pieces. In this movie, he still conveys that charisma and intensity that he has, but it's less big action movie charisma and more natural feeling this time around, in my opinion. The second actor I'd like to credit is Dave Bautista. He gave an excellent performance in Blade Runner 2049, so to see him working with Villeneuve again was awesome to see. And although he isn't in this movie too much, I really hope we get to see more of him in the sequel if we get it. But of course, he did find time to let out a classic animal-style yell, which the wrestling fan in me will always appreciate. I do worry, however, that we won't get to see the culmination of this story. As of me writing this script, the film has made $40 million domestically and $220 million worldwide on a $160 million budget. Shout out Scott Movie Mans for those statistics. From what I understand, a movie needs to double its investment cost just to break even. This film, for some reason, was simultaneously released on HBO Max, which may take away some of the possible box office earnings, and I don't believe Part 2 has even been greenlit yet. But I, and I'm sure many others, can only hope that it does. Dune is so many things. It's an adaptation of a previously existing source material and a remake. It's science fiction, art house, a blockbuster. It's betrayal, politics, family, and destiny. Overall, Dune is a special movie-going experience. Its score is a 10 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe and stay sweaty, my friends. I'll see you again next time.